by your this new institute case study digest, this new system, Kanban system, has been detailed a bit. Kanban, as of now, we have studied it as a small portion of features of JIT. So when you are implementing JIT production system, it's a part of JIT production system. When you're implementing JIT production system in your organization, in order to streamline the flow of production, we use Kanban system. To streamline the flow of production, we use Kanban system. So I will explain it from very scratch, and the thing is, you need to listen very carefully, because this is something which is not there in your institute material, but reference has been given about this in your case study digest. So what is CAN? CAN means visual and BAN means signal. BAN means signal. So Kanban is visual signal. Okay, CAN means visual and BAN means signal. So Kanban is visual signal. Why do we use Kanban? It is basically to streamline the flow. So how to streamline the flow using Kanban? Let's understand. It's just, first of all, it's a signal. Signal means signal to do something. Signal to do something, right? Now what is that something? What is that something? That something can be either production. You have to now start production. It can be production. Okay. Sometimes BAN is also called as card. Okay, visual card. Signal also can be said. Card also can be said for BAN. To do something can be production. Maybe you have been signaled to start the production, or it can be that something can be transportation. The signal has come, so transportation has to be done now. You have to start transportation. Signal to do something means you have to either produce or you have to now transport. Now I used to explain Kanban until now. So it's like some kind of visual communication happening between two departments or two processes that are connected in upstream downstream relationship. Okay, so if say there is a process A and then there is a process B. Process A supplies input to process B. Process A's output is equal to B's input. So A supplies input to process B. So A's output is equal to B's input. But let us assume that B is a bottleneck. Bottleneck means it has lesser capacity than A. Let us presume that B has a lesser capacity than A. So under JIT system, the production process needs to be streamlined in such a manner that we are not supposed to produce anything excess in between the process also. So if A keeps on producing at its own speed, then what will happen? There will be buffer accumulating. If A continues at its own speed, it will generate buffer. Buffer means WIP. Buffer means WIP, which is not the policy of JIT system. This is not the policy of JIT production system. Under JIT, we try to avoid any kind of inventory. We should not have any kind of inventory. So why to have WIP? So we need to use our non-bottleneck resource in such a manner that it synchronizes with the capacity of the bottleneck. It needs to synchronize with the capacity of the bottleneck. That means A needs to produce only that much, which B can consume. Okay, so nothing should be produced in buffer. A minimum buffer can always be there, a minimum, bare minimum buffer. However, minimum buffer can always be there in order to ensure that production is smooth. Minimum buffer can always be there. Okay. So how will A know that, now I should not produce more? How will A know that I should stop the machine? In traditional system, the process flows from A to B, but in JIT system, it's always the pull system. Pull system, it doesn't mean just that the customer should buy first and then production will be done. Pull system is also between internal customer. You can say B is the customer of A. So whenever B will place the requirement to A, then A will produce. A should not produce anything in inventory. So B is the customer of A. B is the internal customer of A. So whenever any requirement will be placed by B, then A should produce. Now, how the requirement should be placed? Should we send some electronic information, or should we write in a paper, or should we just call A, start producing, I'm over? What should we do? See, Japanese used to follow some smart techniques, okay, which can signal or just indicate A that he has to start. And that smart technique was Kanban. That is a visual card system. In Japanese term, Kan is visual, Ban is kind of card. So visual card system or visual signaling system. So for that purpose, what B will do is, maybe I'm just giving you an illustration. It's not the real story that how a company will always do. I'm just giving you an illustration that maybe B's worker will come out, and here there is some kind of box which will indicate that this extra inventory, whatever was there as buffer, that B's worker is taking inside. And the moment he is taken inside, in this box, say in this box he has placed a green flag, maybe just a green flag or a green card. This is called as Kanban card, for example, of a color, say green color. So green color, as soon as here the color has become green, this means that now it's a signal for A to start production. So this is the visual signal. So you don't have to talk, you don't have to send any electronic message. See, the time when Kanban was developed by Japanese, that time there was no computer actually. Computer was invented a lot of years later. So that time Kanban was used as a kind of signal system by use of, say, some card, colorful cards. So this green color would mean that A should produce now. So how will A know? How will process A know that it has to produce? It has to produce. So the answer to this is, you will say B will signal A. B will signal A by use of a visual card. So this is called as Kanban authorization or Kanban card or Kanban system. So Kanban is indicating to do something. What is that something? That something is production. So Kanban is indicating A to start production. Later on, when things started growing and when science started advancing, they started using softwares, electric signals as in maybe some kind of lamp is there, colored lamp, green lamp, red lamp. Then gradually they built up such machineries that are interconnected automatically, that the machineries here will know that work is already going on here, they have enough of the materials that they can produce. So here the sensor will sense. So gradually they built up their system to such advanced level that you don't need any visual card anymore. Nowadays things can be handled through artificial intelligence, through, you can say, ERPs, like that. But Kanban was the signaling system to indicate that now the previous process should do something, they should start. So the moment process A will get the signal that it has to produce, it will produce, but only to the extent of the quantity that can be stored here. It will produce only to the extent of the quantity that can be stored here. So that will be produced and stored here again. The moment this basket will fill back, A will again stop. So somebody will be here standing as in charge, but the moment you will see that the entire basket is full, he will come and turn this to red. Green color means start producing, maybe red color will mean that you have to stop producing now. He will turn the card into red. Okay, so maybe that the red color visual can be used for stopping. It's just for illustration purpose. He is just showing the red card for stopping the production. Okay, so by seeing the red, they will understand, okay, now they are full, we don't need to produce anymore. Okay, so this example I also use that in our home also when we are eating food. Okay, our mother is processing rotis, chapatis, and we are eating, and you know how she maintains the signals that whether she has to make one more roti or not. So she knows either sometimes that how much you eat, but otherwise when she doesn't count, she will try to push you more and more to eat always. So what happens is, when you are already having one roti, full roti, sometimes while eating we get to know that okay, this is my last bite, this can't be anymore, I will finish off with this, my hunger will be satiated with this last roti. Okay, so the moment you eat this first bite of this last piece of roti, you will indicate, mom, enough, don't produce anymore. Okay, so that means you have signaled, don't produce anymore, you stop. So mom will say, okay, you don't worry, you first finish off this, then I will see, I will not close everything right now. So she will wait until the time you finish, and then again she will ask, should I produce more? Then if you say no, then she will be no, otherwise she will try to push you to take more. So that's how we signal to our previous process that no, please don't produce more. So just like that, process B will signal to process A, no, enough, my requirement is full, don't produce anymore. So this is Kanban system. Okay, the signal is coming from the receiver that you have to stop now, enough. Okay, nowadays these are automated in a way that, say if you have water purifier at home, usually water purifier machines are of two types, one with storage of water, another is not having any storage of water. So the machine that has some storage of water, if you see that the moment you take a glass of water out of the machine, you see that the signal is given to the purifier that you start processing more water, some water level has gone down, and as soon as the level of water in that storage device is up to the certain level, it will again give the signal, automatic sensor is there, that now you stop, enough, I have enough water now. So that is Kanban system only. In Japanese culture, they were using it from very early days. It started in Toyota. Basically they started using it to streamline the flow of production. It was the most helpful signaling system for unskilled workers. The workplace where workers were unskilled, it used to help them a lot, because if something has been shown in color and they know the meaning of the color, they don't have to read anything. Otherwise, in some factories, this Kanban card used to have all the things written, well written, everything over it. But if say you are not able to read, then how can color help? So Japanese use those colors actually to indicate something to their unskilled workers then, but gradually they continued using by writing a lot of stuff in Kanban card, so that there is no requirement of saying it. If somebody can read it, then there is no requirement of saying it. So that was the culture. and that how they used in other stuff, that Kanban transportation. I'll share with you a new concept now, Kanban transportation. Okay, so what is Kanban transportation? Let's pay attention. A very new concept, Kanban transportation. Until now, whatever I have taught, we usually teach in our regular classes also. Until now, whatever I have taught, we usually teach in our regular classes also. Now I am going to teach you something very new. Kanban transportation. So Kanban transportation is something related to transportation, means it will indicate transportation. Kanban transportation will indicate transportation. Transportation of what? Transportation of goods or materials. Now this can be in two ways. There can be two ways. One is we call as two bin system, and another is we call as three bin system. Very interesting. So what happens, imagine a scenario, two bin system, whereby there is a supplier and there is your factory, and factory means you don't have any stores, you have straight away shop floor, that means the production department. In JIT system, if you remember, the supplier should be selected in a manner that they will be delivering the material directly to the shop floor. Remember this? Suppliers should be selected in such a manner that they will be delivering the materials directly to the shop floor. You remember this? Okay. So there is supplier, there is a factory shop floor. What happens? What is the requirement of two bin system? Your supplier is a long-term supplier, and in order to ensure that your production will not halt, since we don't keep any inventories in JIT, so there is a risk of stock out. So risk of stock out will be reduced if our supplier holds one bin for us full of materials. This is bin 1, full of materials. Okay, this is called as Kanban size. This bin quantity here is called as Kanban size. Kanban size. So this Kanban size or quantity, which is a regular material for your factory, will be kept by the supplier as a separate bin, fully loaded, and you will also having one bin in your shop floor. You will be also having one bin in your shop floor. Okay, usually it is supposed to be full bin, but as soon as this becomes empty, what will happen? Your worker will come, put a card over it. This card has been attached on it. Say on this there is a card. This card is Kanban card. Okay, this card is Kanban card, which will be having all details written about the material that you need. All details of material required is noted here. Now you have to read the Kanban card. Now there is no color thing. It can be any color. If required, you can use color, maybe a yellow color, indicating that yellow color will indicate that it is an empty bin, and something will be written here that what material you are over with now, and when do you require, or something, what quantity you require, whatever. Some details of material can be written. So as soon as this card is attached, maybe there can be two ways now. Maybe that this supplier will be informed. So supplier will be informed. Supplier will come with his full bin, okay, and come, just bring the full bin here, take the empty bin back. The supplier can take the empty bin back. Okay, so this is empty bin, which is a bin 2, for example. So empty bin will be taken back by the supplier and he will refill it with the full bin. So now until the time we will be using this full bin, supplier will be producing that bin for us. So for this purpose, what is happening? We are keeping some stock here as well. We are also keeping this stock because we are not going to buy every hour's requirement every hour. Sometimes it is not possible. If we need materials throughout the day, and if it is not possible for our supplier to buy to send us material every hour, which is actually the case of JIT. JIT is saying that your supplier should be able to deliver material multiple times in a day in as many quantity as required. But if it is not possible, then what you will do? Then you will have to keep some stock. So that stock which you will keep over here in your bin will be supposed to be consumed, say, in a day or so. This stock quantity, what will be this stock quantity? This stock quantity is equal to such minimum quantity which will be consumed sooner, such minimum quantity that can be consumed as earliest, that can be consumed at earliest. Okay, so this is the quantity. However, there is a formula to calculate this quantity which I will share with you later, but let's first understand the concept. Concept is, as soon as I understand that my supplier is not able to supply me materials multiple times in a day, so I understand that I have to keep some stock. So I am keeping that stock, but at the same time I am asking my supplier to keep the some equivalent amount of stock with him, so that as soon as my stock is over, supplier will just come and give this full thing to me, and then take the empty thing to its place and produce and fill up that empty bin. It's not necessary that supplier has to come. It's not necessary. Sometimes it's not possible that supplier will come. Sometimes it might be that your worker from the production floor will go to the supplier, or some manager or supervisor will go to the supplier and just bring the full empty bin here and full bin here, and give the empty bin to the supplier's premises and bring the full material to its premises. So that can also happen in big factories. Say there is a material department, there is a finished goods department in the same place. So how will they communicate? Through visual card? Try to understand. So raw material department is there, which is we are calling as supplier, and finished goods department is there. Now there can be two ways. Supplier needs to visit here regularly, or this manager or supervisor or worker from here needs to visit here regularly. So somebody needs to come, and they may come and give the empty here, or they may just go and give them the full bin there. So that is a Kanban system. How it is a Kanban system? Because this empty bin with a card is indicating that it's time to transport the empty bin and bring the full bin. It's time to transport the empty bin and bring back the full bin. So this is Kanban transportation. Similarly, we have 3-bin system. What is 3-bin system? What is 3-bin system? 3-bin system is, we have supplier, we have factory shop floor, and we have, say, factory stores. So 3-bin will be kept. Here 1, here 1, here 1. So as soon as this will become empty, So empty bin will be, if this becomes empty, this will be replaced here. So this is full bin, so full bin will be given to this department. Okay, so the empty has come to here, empty bin has come to factory stores. Okay, so this empty bin then now be immediately taken to supplier who has already a full bin ready for you. So supplier is also maintaining stock for us, he has to, because he has a long-term contract with us. So then supplier can immediately give this empty full bin to this factory stores. So this way it will work, the flow is like this. Got it? भाई हमारे एक दोस्त शुभम अग्रवाल ने बोला है सर हिंदी में बताइए। ठीक है शुभम, जैसा डिमांड कस्टमर का, कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन। अभी बच्चा लोग बहुत होशियार हो गया मेरे से पढ़ पढ़ के, ठीक है, कुछ भी चाहिए ना मेरे को बोलता है, मेल करता है, सर यू मस्ट गिव दिस बिकॉज आई नो कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन इज योर मोटो एंड कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन इज सुप्रीम फॉर एसजीसी टू रन एसजीसी एंड टेक इट टू अ ग्रेट नेक्स्ट लेवल। सो कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन का दिलासा दे दे के कुछ भी करवा रहा है। जैसे एक स्टूडेंट है, पुराना स्टूडेंट, उस समय मोबाइल में क्लास नहीं चलता था, ठीक है, तो अभी उनको मोबाइल में क्लास करने का है, आधा से ज़्यादा क्लास कर चुका है, अब वो बोलते हैं कि मोबाइल में क्लास करने का है, तो कैसे करेंगे? बस मेल लिख दिया कि सर एसजीसी का सोल मोटो कस्टमर सेटिस्फैक्शन होना चाहिए और मैं कस्टमर हूँ तो मेरा सेटिस्फैक्शन तभी होगा जब आप मेरा क्लास को मोबाइल में चालू करके देंगे, रेस्ट आई लीव ऑन यू सर। ऐसे बात करने से थोड़ी ना होगा। खैर देखो, इसमें डायग्रामेटिकली जो समझा दिया हूँ ना, तो दिस इज एक्सप्लेनिंग एवरीथिंग। इट्स जस्ट लाइक से यू आर माई सप्लायर, आप मेरे सप्लायर हो, मैं आपका फैक्ट्री, मैं अपना फैक्ट्री चलाता हूँ। सो मुझे आपसे JIT रूल बोलता है कि आई शुड बाय फ्रॉम यू मल्टीपल टाइम्स इन अ डे, दैट इज द JIT रूल, आई शुड बाय फ्रॉम यू मल्टीपल टाइम्स इन अ डे। बट यू आर सेइंग सर इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर मी टू सप्लाई multiple times, it is not possible for me to supply multiple times. Then what is the next best arrangement? If you're not supplying me multiple times a day, then I'll have to keep some stock, then I will have to keep some stock, otherwise मेरा काम कैसे चलेगा? आप बोलते हैं पूरा दिन में एक बार का एक साथ ले लो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप बोलते हैं पूरा दिन का एक बार में एक साथ ले लो, तो पूरा दिन का मुझे एक स्टॉक तो रखना ही पड़ेगा ना हाथ में, एवरी डे स्टॉक हैज़ टू बी केप्ट। So I will keep buy one bin where I will keep today's requirement as my stock. But in order to ensure that मेरा प्रोडक्शन कहीं अटके नहीं, आपसे एक रिक्वेस्ट है, since you are my long term supplier, I will just ask that please keep one more full bin with you also with whatever quantity I require for one day, for example. So there will be two bins. One, you will be keeping that bin as full stock. Second, I will be keeping this particular material in my stock because I know I can't buy multiple times in a day. So as soon as this bin will be empty, soon as मेरे पास जो bin है वो ख़त्म हो जाएगा जैसे ही, तो मैं उस पर क्या मटेरियल मेरे को लगता है उसका एक कैनबैन कार्ड लगा दूंगा। मे बी आपका आदमी आते जाते रहता है, वो कैनबैन कार्ड वाला bin देखा तो उठा के ले जाएगा, वो कार्ड पे जो लिखा हुआ है उसका नया मटेरियल लाके यहाँ रख जाएगा। ओके दूसरा केस क्या हो सकता है कि मेरा आदमी जैसे ही देखा कोई बाहर में कि खाली बिन पड़ा हुआ है विद कैनबैन कार्ड, तो ले जाके आपके वहाँ पे रख के आ जाएगा और आपके वहाँ से भरा हुआ बिन लेके आ जाएगा। इससे क्या हुआ कि इमीडिएटली जैसे ही खाली हुआ वैसे ही रिप्लेनिश हो गया ना, गैप नहीं हुआ। ऑर्डर प्लेस करो फिर आप बनाओगे फिर आप भेजोगे, तो गैप नहीं हुआ। सो मिनिमम स्टॉक कीप करके हमारा काम हो गया। ठीक है, आपको ऑर्डर करेंगे फिर आप बोले अच्छा बनाते हैं फिर भेजेंगे, इतना टाइम नहीं है। तो हम लोग के बीच में रिलेशनशिप क्या है कि आपको भी अपना स्टॉक रखना है, मेरा स्टॉक आपको भी रखना है, एक कंटेनर, और मैं भी अपने पास स्टॉक रखूँगा। जैसे ही मेरा ख़त्म होगा खाली बिन आपको दे जाऊँगा, भरा हुआ बिन आपके वहाँ से ले आऊँगा। सो फॉर दिस देयर इज़ अ क्राइटेरिया है इसका। इसको फुलफिल कराने के लिए देयर इज सम क्राइटेरिया टू मेक इट सक्सेसफुल. There is some criteria. Criteria is what? First of all, supplier should agree. Supplier should agree to keep stock. Okay. Otherwise, this particular model will not work. There should be reliability of supplier. You must be able to rely on the supplier that he is keeping, and he is also very curious that he will be sending that immediately. Third, supplier should supply directly to shop floor, or if our person is going, that is not a problem. In case of 2-bin system, and or you can say to the stores if we are having 3-bin system. Okay, there is more criteria. There are more criterias. More criterias are there. Fourth, the consumption pattern of raw material, consumption pattern should be constant. If there is varying amount of quantity to be consumed, then what will be the problem? Then supplier won't be able to stock too much for us. Then there will be stock out. Then how will this movement take place? How will material handling and storage will take place in your organization? All right. In order that supplier is keeping that stock, supplier may charge some extra rate. Supplier may charge some extra rate because he is keeping the stock. In this process, he may charge some extra rate. So that's why we say contribution margin on final product, on sale of product, is also important. Sale of product where raw materials are used to be checked. Supplier may charge some extra rate because he is keeping stock. And lastly, you can have some kind of integrated communication. How will the communication be done that this has become empty? Okay, which can be by use of some EDI or ERP, if you remember. Some system is there, otherwise there will be delay, further delay. Maybe if there is manual, then you'll have to keep one person who will be taking the empty bin to the supplier, or supplier needs to keep one person at your factory who will be taking this empty bin to its factory and come back with the full bin. Okay, I hope you have understood the concept of 2-bin and 3-bin. Now what is new is, of course, the understanding. What is new is this criterias, and there is some sort of calculation related to this Kanban transportation. Calculations in Kanban transportation system. Calculations are there. Kanban transportation system calculation are there. So first calculation is number of Kanbans. Number of Kanban basically means Kanban bins. Number of Kanban bins. Number of Kanban bins. See, it can be 2 or it can be 3, as I showed you. If nothing is mentioned, minimum you should assume 2. Second number. Second calculation is Kanban size, means the quantity inside a bin. How much quantity we should store in a bin. There is a formula for this. It is C into lead time. C means consumption into lead time into number of bins. Number of bins is L, or number of locations of bin, into smoothing factor. Smoothing factor is used when consumption pattern is not uniform. So what is C? C is equal to consumption per day. Remember, it has to be consumption per day. Lead time is number of days required to replenish by the supplier. So lead time is number of days required to replenish the supplier. Remember that this two must be same. Day, if it is day, then it has to be day. If lead time is days, consumption must be also in days. If lead time is given in weeks, then consumption should be taken per week. Then we have L. L means number of locations, and then SF. SF is smoothing factor. To set off the seasonal variations. If not given, assume it to be 1, because variation can't be anything beyond 1. Assume it to be 1. 1 means your consumption per day will be same as whatever is given. Alright. So this is the funda. Entire funda has been given. Criterias have been given. Okay, criteria can also be called as assumptions. Okay, assumptions, if say question is asking you to write assumptions, you can write this criterias only. And as of now, the question that has been given by Institute in Case Study Digest is related to 2 bin only, because in that question they have not mentioned about the number of bins. So by default it becomes 2 bin. समझ में आपको फ्लो? एक बार माइंड में इमेजिन कर लो ना फ्लो, कि आप मेरे सप्लायर हो, आपके पास मेरा एक मटेरियल फुल बिन पड़ा हुआ है, मेरे पास भी वो मटेरियल मेरा फुल बिन पड़ा हुआ है. जैसे ही मेरा खाली होगा, मेरा आदमी जाएगा, आपका वो बिन उठा के ले आएगा. Alright. So this is the funda here, and sometimes some people have suggested that Kanban size can be also EOQ. It can be also equal to economic order quantity. I hope you have remember what is economic order quantity, root 2 AO by C. But don't use it unless otherwise mentioned in the question. Don't use it unless mentioned in question. Like in EOQ we have learned this thing only, that since we know that our supplier cannot supply every moment we need the material, So we need to keep some stock in hand. यही सीखा था ना EOQ में. We need to keep some stock in hand, and as soon as this will be over, we will be contacting our supplier to supply the material immediately. In EOQ, we were assuming there is no lead time, right? EOQ concept is based on the assumption that there is no lead time, but this Kanban size is also considering lead time in its calculation. So नया पढ़ाई था. I hope आपने मेरे साथ साथ नोट्स बना लिया होगा. Now follow this question. Let's come back to the question. Question number 2. Case scenario number 2. Case scenario number 2. This is based on Kanban. Surmount cable cars engaged in assembly of cabin used on ropeways. Ropeways is like ट्रॉली. माउंटेन में होता है ना ट्रॉली, ये रोपवेज. उसका केबिन बनाता है कंपनी. केबल कार कंपनी है. केबल कार बोलते हैं उसको, रोपवे वाला कार को. In order to assemble cabin, 3 major parts of different shapes and sizes are used. These parts are assembled with help of specially designed dome nut and bolt made of brass. Dome nut and bolt made of brass. Product code name is Brass DIN 85, which are manufactured by Reliable Hardware Metal Works. So if they are manufactured by this company, then this means that they are the suppliers. Plant layout design of SCC comprises assembly line where multiple products are assembled at one point of time. Hence, there are multiple workers who are using such nut and bolts simultaneously. There are multiple workers who are using such nut and bolts simultaneously. So they use this same nut and bolt to actually assemble multiple products. Since the plant facility of SCC is situated in remote area, hence majority of workers are either unskilled or semi-skilled, and literacy rate is also very low among workers. This causes variety of problems, including not informing production supervisor about the reordering of such brass DIN 85, a class of store and spare items. So they are so illiterate that they forget to inform to supervisor that they don't have stock of something. Due to ignorance in workers towards understanding of the stock levels and their relevance, many a times stock of such spare ordered later than it should be got out of stock. So there is a stock out issue because we are not able to replenish the stock on time. This further leads to stock out situation in some of the cases, which result in contribution loss. Reliable Hardware and Metal Works is long standing supplier of brass DIN 85 to SCC, hence reliable in terms of both quality and delivery time. RHMW took single day as lead time to deliver the reordered quantity. So lead time is 1 day. Despite the reliability of supplier, SCC wished to maintain safety stock equivalent to 3 days consumption for production facility. How many days stock? 3 days stock. SCC is using latest version of SAP as enterprise resource planning. So they are also using SAP, which is installed just 3-4 months back. Employees are being trained to use the respective modules of SAP, and integration among various function modules is ongoing. Plant of SCC work for 6 days in a week, and during a week period 1200 units of brass DIN 85 is required for production. So they work for 6 days in a week, and during a week period they need 1200 units. So 1200 units is basically the consumption for 6 days. Since lead time is in 1 day, I told you that consumption should be for the same day like this. So consumption per day is coming 200 units. Consumption of brass DIN 85 in order to assemble the cabin cars are constant throughout the year. SCC during first phase of its drive to implement lean manufacturing is working on its operational efficiency and tries to reduce inventory by introducing a Kanban system. So they want to introduce a Kanban system. Usually case scenarios don't allow you to predict much. They are very specific as to what they want. Consumption of Brasden 85 in order to assemble the cabin cars are constant throughout the year. You see, all the criterias are already given. So this is your criteria. Constant is the criteria, right? Reliability of supplier was criteria. Then there should be some technology integration. This is also criteria. SCC during first phase of its drive to implement lean manufacturing is working on its operational efficiency and tries to reduce inventory by using a Kanban system. Okay, since we are not talking about anything related to production between two departments, you see we are talking about supplier and our company. So that means we are talking about Kanban transportation system. जिसके बारे में बात हो रहा है वो है सप्लायर और हम लोग. So first question is, explain the Kanban inventory management for entity like SCC. Also explain, can Kanban be applied to non-manufacturing entities? Yes, this is something new which I must also explain. So Kanban in inventory management for entity like SCC. So Kanban in inventory management is, you have to first explain the entire Kanban system. What is Kanban? It is a visual signal based workflow management technique. Taichi Ono is an industrial engineer, developed the first Kanban system for Toyota Automotive in Japan. Kanban in inventory management is, can be used for full system of inventory where supplier supplies the material based upon consumption. Kanban, a yellow line originally used in Toyota, is visual cue to worker, may be unskilled or even illiterate, to understand that further material is required. So it's like, maybe if you are maintaining signal system and inventory where say you can see how much is inside from the outer body, then there can be a yellow line, a yellow tape. Say this is a yellow tape. So this yellow tape is a signal to indicate those illiterate worker that now you need more material because you have already reached the yellow tape level, because otherwise they won't recall. Okay, so Japanese had those unskilled worker only. So now what to do? We have to work with them. So we thought of some techniques. That was some kind of visual cue. In order to Kanban reduce the cycle time and enhance predictability in order to promote value to customer. Kanban system holds specific amount of material divided in Kanban size. Kanban system also maintain information regarding quantity, storage, location, vendor and details on product or part. So this Kanban system also maintain information means Kanban card can have these details written on it. While calculating Kanban size and number of Kanban required, following assumptions need to be taken. Assumptions are, consumption is constant, else smoothing factor need to be used in calculation of Kanban size, supplier will deliver material directly at the point of use, and requirement in terms of space to store number of Kanban is met. Now this is something which we have already studied. Now how to write, I hope you have understood. I was not giving you notes for Kanban inventory management. I had given you criterias, but I have not given notes for this. The notes for this is basically this one. How to write is this full paragraph. This full paragraph will be written. This is the assumption or criterias. This is the assumptions or criterias. Now let me explain one more concept. Kanban in non-manufacturing entities. Kanban in non-manufacturing entities. Interestingly, you can use this concept to organize your work in office, and you can use this concept also to plan your studies. Kanban in non-manufacturing entities. Let me explain the concept. Kanban in non-manufacturing entities. What is it about? Kanban in non-manufacturing entities. What is this about? So, there is a planner, there is a board or planner. Planner is a document having certain columns, and you are having certain columns. A very simple can be to do column, ongoing column, and done column. Okay. There can be sometimes one more column called as backlog. So what happens? Your today's work will be noted here. Say you are using a kind of sticky note. You are using a card or sticky note, which can be, if it is a card, then the board has to be such that you are able to put the card here. Or if say there is no card holder, then you can just have a sticky note where you are noting all the details of the task that you have to do today, all the details of task to do today. Okay, so here when you will start your day, you will write several sticky notes and post it or paste it in to do column of your board. Or if say there is another way that you can just write it here. If say you are maintaining in a piece of notebook, you can just write it here. There are many digital applications for this. Okay, so what I used to use is Wunderlist. I think spelling is Wunderlist. This is a very wonderful application. If you want, you can use it. I'm just giving you my recommended app. I used to use it for a long time. Now I'm using it using some advanced level apps. I use this in my day-to-day affairs also, but I'm using some advanced level apps which is not free, so I'm not recommending that. But right now Wunderlist is one of the option. Another can be Google Task Manager you can use, so that is also another option. These are some recommendation which helps you to manage the task in day-to-day affairs. So first thing is you need to write all things you need to do over here. Then there will be second column. As soon as you pick up a task, say A, B, C, D, name of tasks are A, B, C, D. Say based on certain criteria, you have to select which task you will pick up first. So as soon as you pick up any task, say you have picked up B, so B will go from here and will come here. Ongoing. So if you are maintaining this board, this means that your senior who is on round, he need not ask you what you are doing. He knows, okay, you're doing B, because he is seeing your Kanban board. Okay, so you're doing B. Yes, sir. So this way, big companies are also managing projects, big projects. Say Infosys is having 1000 engineers working every day on a specific project. Now which engineer is working on which task? So they need to manage a board like this. So there are digital applications which does this a lot. So there is a digital board where as soon as any task is allotted to an engineer, that will come into to do, and based on certain criteria the engineer will select which one to do, and the moment he selects, picks up one of the task, he will put it in ongoing. Maybe that he was doing some work on this task and suddenly his manager has called him, D is very important, you hold whatever you were doing, start with D is very urgent. Why you have started with B? You have selected the wrong task. अभी D को करो, please start with D. So B ongoing में hold पे चला गया, D start हो गया. So once D is over, D will be coming to done category. Okay. There may be some information like deadline of the task, requirements to be met in the task, some more description of the task. Say C is overdue. If it is overdue, then you can just put that in backlog. Maybe because it is overdue, you felt that it is on backlog. New task, if it comes, it will come here, E, F, G, H, something like this. I hope you have understood the flow. How Kanban can be used in non-manufacturing. Kanban basically means visual signals. Non-manufacturing entities can organize their task well using Kanban system, so that even they are also knowing what to do, and even the seniors also know. Even the seniors should also know that what we are actually doing. Even the seniors should also know what actually we are doing. So this can be well managed through sticky notes or sticky card. Okay. So let's read the thing that is given in your case study. Kanban in non-manufacturing facilities. Kanban originally designed for manufacturing entities but can be applied to non-manufacturing concern as well for smoothing of workflow, rather inventory management. The purpose here is, I say it as project management, or you can say as in the terms of the institute, smoothing of workflow. Smoothing of workflow. In Kanban, signal-based dashboard is used to manage and improve the flow of work. Manage and improve the flow of work to be followed, and also categorize the work into to do, ongoing, done. In some of cases, backlog category also be added. Easy. What is the second question? Calculate Kanban size and number of Kanban required in case of SAC. Now we don't know 2-bin system or 3-bin system is there. So number of Kanban has to be assumed to 2. It has to be assumed as equal to 2. And what is the Kanban size? So Kanban size will be equal to, the formula is there, C into LT into L into smoothing factor. So consumption per day, if you remember, 200. Lead time by our supplier was 1 day. Location, L is location, is 2 location assumed, and smoothing factor is not given, so we'll assume it to be 1. So this is coming 200 into 2, that is 400 units. So this is the Kanban size, and it has to be maintained in 2 locations. All right. आर्या बोल रही हैं मेरी मम्मी भी बनवाएगी मुझसे ये, तो क्या मम्मी भी क्लास कर रही है क्या आपका, आपके साथ साथ? 200 into 1 into 2 is 400 units, and number of Kanban is equal to 2, but there can be a formula for calculating number of Kanban. I will give you that formula. Number of Kanban formula can also be there. The formula is basically, ये एक उसी का ही बैक कैलकुलेशन है, इसी से घूम के आता है. ज़बरदस्ती का फॉर्मूला लगा मुझे, बट फिर भी मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. नंबर ऑफ Kanban इज क्वांटिटी, और Kanban bins इज क्वांटिटी ऑफ सेफ्टी स्टॉक, or you can say here safety stock quantity plus consumption during the period, consumption during lead time period, divided by Kanban size, divided by Kanban size. So safety stock plus consumption during lead time period divided by Kanban size. ओके, तो ठीक है, ये फॉर्मूला जानना ज़रूरी है. समथिंग न्यू इज़ देयर, ये भी आप अपने नोट्स में अपडेट कर लीजिए. First you update this in your notes. टीवी पे चलता है आपका वीडियो, चलिए बढ़िया है। तो मम्मी ने रोटी वाला एग्जाम्पल भी समझ लिया होगा। माता जी को प्रणाम, आर्या की मम्मी को बहुत बहुत प्रणाम। आपका आशीर्वाद हम सब पे बना रहे। आपकी दुआओं से आर्या भी तर जाए, हम भी तर जाएं, दोनों का फ़ायदा हो जाए। सेफ्टी स्टॉक प्लस कंजम्पशन ड्यूरिंग लीड टाइम पीरियड डिवाइडेड बाय कैनबैन साइज। ओके, तो सेफ्टी स्टॉक हमारे यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन में कितना था, अगर आपको याद हो। क्वेश्चन में सेफ्टी स्टॉक के बारे में सच कुछ बोला था क्या? Yes, safety stock is equivalent to 3 days consumption. So you can write now 3 days consumption is the safety stock. So if I have to do the calculation for number of Kanban, so do safety stock plus consumption during lead time divided by Kanban size. So safety stock is 3 days consumption, so 3 into 200. Consumption during lead time is 1 days, 1 into 200 by Kanban size is 400. So number of Kanban is coming 2. Number of Kanban is coming 2. सर ये 2 अज्यूम भी तो किए ही थे। You see, without this 400 units number of Kanban could not be calculated. ये 2 हमने अज्यूम भी किया था, बट कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि ये हमेशा यहाँ पे फिर 2 ही आएगा। 2 अज्यूम करके यहाँ 2 आएगा, इट्स नॉट अ मैंडेट। 2 अज्यूम करके 2 आएगा, इट्स नॉट अ मैंडेट। इट्स नॉट अ मैंडेट दैट इफ यू अज्यूम 2 it has to come 2, because it's quite dependent on safety stock. Say you would have policy of keeping safety stock for 7 days. So 7 into 200 plus 200, 1400 to plus 200, 1600 by 400 would have come 4 locations. It's quite dependent on safety stock. It's quite dependent on safety stock. All right. So you can find the solution here. 400 units in each Kanban. EOQ can also be practiced as Kanban size. Number of Kanban is dependent on quantity of safety stock plus consumption during lead time period divided by Kanban size, and number of Kanban here is 2. All right. So second question has been done. Third question, list the factors to be considered and specific precautions or prerequisites prior to SSC took task of applying Kanban system. So factors to be considered are specific precautions or prerequisites. So there are 2 things, factors to be considered and specific precautions or prerequisites. There are 2 questions here, factors and prerequisites. There is a lot of chance that will mix up. Okay, specific prerequisites has to be just answered for SSC. How? First, factors means all the criterias you have to talk, all the assumptions. Factors means all the assumptions and criterias. So factors are all the criterias that we had talked. That will supplier be ready to supply material in lot size equal to Kanban size? So will supplier participate in pull system and agree upon the stocking program? What is the reliability of supplier? Will supplier agree to supply material directly at point of use? Is the consumption pattern comprising of significant variation or constant throughout? What is requirement regarding handling and storage of material? What is the contribution margin on sale of product in which material is used? These factors have major impact on Kanban size as well. So do not mix it up. अभी इसके बाद specific criteria क्या होगा? Specific precautions for SCC, that workers here are unskilled and literacy rate, workers are unskilled. So workers must understand the new system. They must understand the queue system, the visual queue. Queue means clue. They must understand the visual queue. For that, training may be provided. Demand and consumption need to be predicted with reasonable assurance in order to implement Kanban. Although one thing which is in favor of SCC, that it knows that the consumption of Brasden is constant throughout the period. So it already knows the consumption is constant, and SAP is already being used, which is used as ERP system in SCC, need to be integrated with suppliers. So integrate SAP with suppliers. In my opinion, second point was not required, because what specific precautions we need to take, because it's already known, it's already mentioned, so we could have ignored this point. But since it's written, means exam में आपको लिखना है. Demand is predictable. DD means demand. Demand is predictable and constant. Already mentioned. Okay. So I hope you have understood the entire Kanban system, a new system. I think the most interesting was the last one, which you can also use for yourself. ठीक है, अपने घर में एक बोर्ड बना लो, वाइट बोर्ड अगर है तो स्टिकी नोट्स को पोस्ट करो. आज क्या पढ़ना है, ऑनगोइंग क्या है, डन क्या है, बैकलॉग क्या है. सर बैकलॉग से ही भरा हुआ मिलेगा सब कुछ. आई अंडरस्टैंड, बट ठीक है. Wunderlist is also a wonderful app where you can add your seniors also, who can see what you are doing, what you are not. But Wunderlist does what? Just वो दो चीज़ पे ध्यान रखता है, to do और done. Ongoing पे ध्यान नहीं देता वो. हर ऐप का अपना अपना लिमिटेशंस है. हम लोग जो अभी करंट में अपने यहाँ पे ऐप यूज़ करते हैं SGC में, हमारा टीम को पूरा टास्क मैनेज करने के लिए, देयर वी कैन क्रिएट एज मेनी नंबर ऑफ स्टेजेस एज वी वांट. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट्स एन एक्सपेंसिव वन. Ram Shiva is saying our auditors usually do while filing returns within due date. Very good. Yes, I have seen in many CA forms, they write in whiteboard and then they keep cutting whose work is done. But this is, Kanban is basically using sticky notes to indicate what work has to be done. Visual cue. You can customize it any way you want to. To summarize, what are the stuffs to be remembered in your new Kanban system? So first, Kanban system in general is connected to Kanban production, and Kanban production we already study. So it's just to avoid bottlenecks, stoppages. We wait for signal to produce from pre-bottleneck process, and we don't want to produce anything above the minimum buffer quantity. So in general, Kanban is used for that. But for Kanban transportation, there is 2-bin system or 3-bin system. In 2-bin system, we have suppliers, we have factory shop floor, then we have supplier and factory shop floor, where supplier should be ready to supply to directly shop floor. And in 3-bin system we have the stores department. So idea is we both are maintaining the stock. As soon as our stock will be empty, our person will go there and just bring the full material, a full bin of material to our factory. Or maybe supplier will be informed and supplier will come and just give us the full bin and take back the empty one. So this way we are using Kanban system for suppliers and our factory shop floor. And in second case, we can have supplier, factory stores and factory shop floor. So supplier will be just replenishing the stock at stores, and as soon as any stock is complete in shop floor, as soon as any stock is empty in shop floor, then shop floor will go to stores and bring the full empty back to shop floor, full bin back to shop floor. To make it successful, there are certain criteria or assumptions. Supplier should agree to keep stock. Supplier should agree to supply, so agree to keep stock and supply in Kanban size, and agree to supply in Kanban size. Reliability of supplier should be there. Supplier to supply directly to shop floor, or in case of 3-bin system to the stores. Consumption pattern of your material should be constant. Material handling storage requirement should be known, and that should be met, because you also have to keep one bin in stock, so you need to have some storage requirements. Supplier may charge some extra rate, he is keeping the stock, so contribution margin on sale of product where raw material are used to be checked. And there should be an integrated communication system, which is EDI or ERP. Calculations are, one, you are calculating Kanban size, which is C into lead time into locations into smoothing factor. And Kanban size, if nothing is given, you can assume it to be 2, it can be 3, or Kanban size can be calculated by using safety stock plus consumption during lead time divided by Kanban size. So this is all about your Kanban system. Okay guys, so how to write, you must read it again. Arya is asking how will we remember so many points. See, you don't have to worry, this number of points are very tiny, cheaty. You have to remember the entire chapter, entire subject, then there are multiple subjects. So आपका कैपेसिटी बहुत ज़्यादा है, इतना छोटा सा पॉइंट्स को लेके वरी मत करिए, समझ लिया है, अब 2-3 बार घुमाएंगे तो याद हो जाएगा. ओके, सो आइडियली इंस्टीट्यूट में जो ये सब बोल्ड किया होता है या इटैलिक्स किया होता है, ये सब आपको याद रखना पड़ता है, ये एग्ज़ाम में खोजता है वो लोग, ये सब वर्ड्स आप अंदर में चाहे जो भी लिखो, बट ये सब जो बोल्ड इटैलिक्स किया हुआ है ये सबको ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. तो इसको भी मैंने कुछ लिखा नहीं था शॉर्ट करने के लिए. यहाँ पे इंट्रोडक्शन है, यहाँ पर पुल सिस्टम विथ सप्लायर. ओके, इज विजुअल क्यू टू वर्कर्स to replenish the stock. Then it will reduce the cycle time and enhance predictability. Then maintains details of material. So this writing helps us to recall faster. This writing is very important. If you don't write, first of all आपका concentration नहीं रहेगा पढ़ाई करने में, और second, next time जब पढ़ोगे तो ये टेक्स्ट से रिकॉल करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है, हैंड रिटन से रिकॉल करना बहुत ईजी होता है. ओके